Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. Saturday morning, nice little project. It's cold, a little bit of snow, a thin sheet of ice everywhere. So I didn't want to work on the shed. I have this little pool house down here. I built maybe about 15 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. I put these sliding doors in. They're holding up pretty good, except right here, you can see the bottom is all rotted out. So before this glass falls out, I looked into buying new doors. There's really nothing wrong with all of it, except these bottoms rotted out. So I'm going to pull this panel out and take it up to the wood shop and see if I just can't make a new bottom. Whenever I remake this, I might take it and turn it upside down and put my new bottom up top. I'm not sure. I'll get into this one, but they both did it. This one's completely gone as well. So I got to do something before summer comes and pool season starts, and before this glass falls out of here. So I'll go ahead and get that one's a little sticky. I'll go ahead and take these screws out, slide this ahead. This panel should come out pretty easy. So I'll see you up at the wood shop here in a couple minutes. Okay, so I saved this whenever it rotted and fell off. You can see how that's just going to get reconnected there. Here's my bottom of the door, which used to be there. So I think what I'll do is come up to maybe here, maybe 8 inches, cut this off, and make a new, like, C-shaped bottom that'll slip up over this, reconnect it up here, maybe make it out of oak or something, poplar, redwood, something maybe that doesn't rot. This is just pine. It's wrapped in aluminum on the outside, but this bottom obviously gets wet. So I'll go ahead and get this up the wood shop, and that's my little project for today. Well, maybe today and tomorrow. Oh, got my new coffee cup. This is my Saturday coffee cup. Little Yui sent me. I enjoy this every Saturday. Thank you very much. Okay, so here we are, back up at the wood shop. Hey, I'm filming up here. Quiet it down. You keep it down. Steve's taking over the whole garage down there with his tractor. How was that hydraulic fluid?
It was low.
Low and milky white?
Milky white, I got about 5 gallon out, I put 15 in.
Very low.
Very low.
Okay, I just got off the phone with Mike Morgan. Called him and said, hey, what are your thoughts? What type of wood should I use here? And he said, oh, that sounds like a good project for white oak. Fortunately, he made me new trailer boards last year, maybe even a year and a half ago, and I have a nice chunk left. So what I'm going to do, this is 32 inches, up about this high. I'll cut a piece, sorry about that on the camera, maybe about 8 inches by 32 inches. And I'll eliminate all this soft stuff here at the bottom. And I'll cut this on a 45. And then I'll just make a new piece, 45. And the reason I'm cutting on a 45 is now I can run a screw in it. I'll glue it and screw it, and that'll hold that better. And then I'll do a new trim piece around here. I might change all this trim. So I have a nice big crack through the middle, but I think I can get 8 inches out of that. Keeping in mind, I'm cutting all of this middle out. So we'll see what happens there. I'm going to make this first before I cut these. Maybe I only come up 7.5 inches. I don't want to cut it off and then, you know, come up short there. Okay, let's get started. So I just cut this to 7 inches. Don't come up this high. I just have this little bit here. So I'll get a pencil and mark this on the 45. Okay, so now I'll just cut it to length. You can just, you know, ever so slightly long, and I could sand it down. Just leave the line, that's what I'm looking for. That's some pretty hard wood. Hopefully that lasts a long time. Okay, I'll clean up the edges. Most dangerous tool in the wood shop. Most woodworkers that lose fingers are because of this joiner right here. Always know where those fingers are. Okay, the length and width. Now I need my thickness. So it looks like we need 1 3/4 inches. I think we're there. Yeah, 2 inches. 1 3/4 inches. All right, let's head downstairs. Go ahead and grab a sip of coffee. So I put these boards under here. Tom was playing the other day, and we're getting a lot of snipe. This doesn't correct it, but it sure helps it. We made a bridge over these rollers. Now the lumber just slides through nice and smooth. And like I said, you still see a little bit of snipe, but not nearly as much as other projects I've been working on. So you're sort of guessing on your height. We know we're looking for, what did I say? Geez, I can't remember. 1 3/4. Some 1 15/16. Let's run it through. Okay, 1 3/4. Check it a couple different places. Very even. Okay, so while I was working on this, I was thinking I'd rather get all this rotted lumber out of here. It's pretty solid. Definitely solid up here, but a little bit soft. I'd rather get all that out of there. So what I was thinking is I can slide this up, you know, to whatever I want, you know, right about there. Now I can rip another piece and just add it to the bottom. Maybe throw another inch piece on there, glue, biscuit it, screw it. I can attach that and wrap it all in aluminum. That's what I'll do. So I'll pull from the top down. You know, the top's a good starting position. 6 3/4. Nice line there. Six and 3/4. Nice line there. So then, let's see here. I could just go ahead and make my notch. And I'll get a quick square and run it in here. The glass is loose. Okay. All the way to right here. To right here. So quick square. Nice mark there. And a nice mark there. Same thing over here. I can use a quick square because I just planed this nice and straight, even. Okay. Bring it in. Get it all in position. And slowly. My bottom grommet is completely gone. Alright, so I'll have to get a new one for that. Alright, we can't use this saw. How else are we going to do that? Let me back that tension back off. I can get it cut with this. Again, leaving the line. Not how I would have preferred to do it. Now just get a scroll saw and connect these. Okay. This one's a little short. This one's a little bit long. I can sand this off here. That's quite a bit short. We're good that way. Maybe that moved on me. Could have. That's going to go there. Doesn't really matter, they're about the same. The best way I could figure out how to cut this without hitting this aluminum clad. That very bottom doesn't, almost gets there but doesn't quite touch the aluminum. Watch my coffee cup. Alright, I need a hammer. That's good. It's not rotted the whole way through, so that's okay. I'm just going to take my time and chisel this out of here. See, we're into good wood there, bad wood here. Both sides cut out pretty good. This one came out nicer. This one has a slight taper on it, but it fits in there pretty good. Now, what I need to do is make a little notch right here. Just a little rabbit out of there. You can see how I want it to drop all the way into that aluminum clad. So I might have to take this out of here. So I'll take that right over to my saw. One more little cut, but I'm trying to hurry now, so I'm going to pick it up there tomorrow. You can see how that's fitting good. So I got to cut that straighter. That's going to close this gap up, close that up. Same thing, cut this, get her fit tight, and then I'll add on to the bottom. There you go. All right, off to a winery. See you tomorrow. Okay, so I just have my grinder. Not the ideal tool for this, but it's working. A little bit right here. I can't quite get it in there. There's just a little tiny bit of wood sticking right there. And so I made my notches. Sits in there real nice. Good, good. Oops. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So go ahead and add on to the bottom now and get it to the right length. I can go ahead and make my new molding across the bottom, and I'll caulk all this in with some good silicone, treat this, and attach. New bottom. My bottom extenders. We want our total length to be 80 3/4 inches. So I'm just a little bit long, not even a 1/16 of an inch long. Time my glue and clamp, that'll get pushed up. I can always sand the bottom. I'd rather be just either right there, a little bit long, rather than too short. So I put my notches in. You can see how they fit right in there, nice and flush. So I'll go ahead and get these glued and stapled. And this is pretty hard white oak. So we'll see what happens with those staples. Put that in, wiggle it around, get it lined up. These are 1.5 inch staples. Oh, perfect. My second board right there, notch is good, flush, and my joint. So join these together, I cut 45 and 45. Now I can nail staple through that and get a good connection. Good waterproof glue, and I like a lot of it. Not so much that it's going to make a huge mess, just wood glue. Just give it a wiggle, work that glue around everywhere. Okay, I have one more notch to make on the bottom side. I'll get this all flipped over. I'll show you that. Okay, so I ran back down to the pool house. This is where, oops, the bottom of the door sets. Right there, right on top of this, 1/2 by 1/2 piece of aluminum. And then this gets reattached to the face. Just like, here's the old door setting on that. This aluminum, goes right in there like that. So what I need to do, I came down here to see just where I need to make another notch back here. And I'm going to do that by adding a board. So if I'm flush there, so I need to go back 1/2 inch. Boy, that needs all swept out. 1/2 inch. So it was too hard to talk about this up in the garage. I wanted to come down and actually show you what I'm doing. So from this edge back, a 1/2 inch, and then up a 1/2 inch. I need to add a piece of wood right here to set right behind this. We don't want the weight of the door setting on this aluminum. So I'm going to go ahead, back up the garage, add that, and we're ready for assembly. Back up to the garage. Oops. Forgot. Flip that. Nice and flush. Okay, the aluminum goes on here. Right like so. So right back here is what I was talking about. I put a little rabbet right on that to accept this notch of my aluminum clad. That'll clip into that. And I have it lined up with the old marks so I know the door will fit. Here's another piece of oak I'll put right on the bottom, and that'll create my 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch lip to set on that notch I just showed you down there. There it is, all stained. I just cut a little piece of wood and I sanded the edge off to match the profile of the existing. And right in there. So So there it is. I have a little gap here. I'm gonna fill this with wood filler. I'll go ahead and put some in here. This is against the wall, so I'm not too concerned about that. This is the side you're gonna see. I'll do wood filler, sand, touch up, and polyurethane again. But before I attach it all, I'm gonna flood this area with polyurethane. Up in there, get all this sealed up real good. All right, we'll let the provincial stain dry. Be back in a little while. With the new bottom all stained and dried, I had this gap over here, so I put a little filler piece in there. Once I trim that out, I am definitely okay with that, and I'll show you why in a minute. Before I put this all together, last thing I want to do is put some spar polyurethane in here where it goes against the glass in case water runs down and collects right here. I just want there to be some protection on it. So just putting it on nice and neat, getting in these corners. Now if it says spar on it, then that's good for exterior work, and that's what I wanted. Really putting it heavy in those corners. And then with the aluminum clad going against the backside, I'm going to go ahead and do all of this. In my grooves, this all gets covered in aluminum so you won't see it. And the bottom. Okay. Now we are ready to assemble. All right, I'm going to get some good glue in here, and a staple. So it looks pretty good, but not great. We have this and this. So finally, I got some wood filler. I'll go ahead and fill this in, sand it, restain. Okay, on this I'm using plastic wood. It's pretty creamy. Just a nice small putty knife and work it right in. Be nice and neat with it, and it makes it a little bit easier on the finish. Keeping in mind, we won't even see this. This is all buried in the frame of the door. I'm just using it to fill in that little gap. Okay, that blended in real nice. Door frame comes over to about here. We'll see that much of it. Same thing, the door frame comes around here. We're going to see about an inch of that. I'll let this dry, take it down, put it in, and put the get the other one out, and repeat. Okay, home stretch. I got both my doors done. No need to film the second one. I did it exactly the same way. Pine and white oak. From 5 feet away, very unnoticeable. Keeping in mind, frame goes across here, you barely see it. But that's going to take years and years to rot away compared to the pine where, yeah, a couple years and it was gone. So just wanted to show you that. Last thing I need to do is attach my aluminum clad. I cut in my notch, and that'll accept this edge right here. So that clips in. Whoop. That clips in right like that. So I reached out to a friend of mine. Hey, what should I use? He gave me this. This is Color Match. And he said every company has a different shade of pebble clay. So he thought this was pretty close. And this is a real good adhesive for siding, windows, metal roof sealant. So he said once this gets on here, you'll have to pretty much destroy the metal to get it off. So I'm going to go ahead and I just wiped it down with denatured alcohol. I'm going to tape my seams and get that sealant on there. Same thing over here, and we can install tomorrow. Okay, the doors have been laying here for about 3 days. It was got real cold outside, and I didn't want to take them down and install them when it was like 25 or 30 degrees out. I wanted to wait till it was more like 50, so that I want to put a bead of caulking on the bottom, and I want that to, you know, seal in there real good. So today's the day. It's about 48 degrees right now. Let's get them down and installed. An armful of stuff. Y'all done eating?
Just finished. Just bought an extra fork now, just in case.
Yeah, throw it in there.
Just in case one of the forks breaks.
All right, how long is it going to take to get these doors in?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. I like how you think. Let's go. And I just carried these down. I got the first one down here. Carry some tools down. I'm going to do a test fit. Make sure it fits in here. You never know. And then I'll take it out. A bead of caulking at the bottom. Slide it right back in. Let's see, will it fit? I think I added about 5 pounds to these doors, redoing that bottom with oak instead of pine. Oh yeah, right in. What do you think? Good?
Yes.
A little bit forward, a little bit back. Get your fingers out of there.
Before you squish them.
Squish them.
Until your fingers turn into a pancake.
Okay. So I'm going to put a bead in the corner. Just a small bead across. You can see where the old sealant was, so I'm just doing the same thing that was here before. All the way out to the edge. All right, ready, champ?
Yep.
Let's do it. Okay, number 1 door's in. Man, I couldn't be happier with this fit. Now I just have to put my lath boards back around here. So here's pine to white oak. Barely noticeable. Got some dirt on it already. So this is what we're going to see. Now there's a cap over this. This door goes right about like that. I'm very happy with that. All right, we'll get that one in. I'll close out this video. Okay, one last look at the bottom. That's what you see. No more rotted wood. And it's going to take years and years for that to rot out. And this is what it looks like on the outside. Aluminum clad's all back in place. Now we can get this place cleaned up and ready for some pool action in about 2 months.
All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. See you on the job site.